Final Fantasy V is one of my favorite games in the franchise. While it has a relatively weak storyline and characters, it makes up for it with great bosses, a decent soundtrack, and one of the best ability systems in JRPGs. While I find the game itself to be fun and varied already, many would find it a little on the easy side. If you're like me and like to do challenge runs in games, I've compiled a list of 5 different variants that will add some spice to your next playthrough. The 4-job Fiesta is the most popular challenge run in FF5. At the beginning of your challenge, 4 jobs are rolled, and those jobs are the only ones that can be used for the rest of the game. As an example, let's say I rolled Thief, Berserker, Bard, and Dancer. After the Wind Crystal shatters, everyone will be a Thief. After the Water Crystal, one character has to be a Thief, one has to be a Berserker. The other characters can be either. Same thing with the Fire and Earth Crystals. Once all the normal jobs are unlocked, you have to have one character in each job. Now, each character will not exclusively be that job, so you can move characters' jobs around as long as you have one of each at all times. Other variations can be added to the challenge as well, such as excluding jobs that can break rods and giving Kryl her own job when she joins the party. Anyone with interest in the challenge should check out the Final Fantasy V 4-job Fiesta website, which gives information on the challenge and their yearly event in June. The game has 22 jobs, so why vary yourself to all of them? The Single Class Challenge, or SCC for short, challenges you to beat the game with all of your characters with the same job, and not being allowed to change to any other jobs at any time. It massively limits your options, and instead you have to learn the best way to use your class's stats, equipment, and abilities the best you can. Some classes are easier than others, with some being overpowered, while others being an absolute slog for most of the game. In an SCC, some people would consider items that give you abilities of other classes to be against the spirit of the challenge, so placing a ban on rods, the dancing dirk, the magic lamp, and similar items can be an additional challenge. Was that not hard enough? Do you hate even the idea of having friends to depend on? Are you a masochist? Welcome to the Single Solo Character Challenge, or SSCC. The same rules the SEC has applies here, but now you can only ever use one character in a battle. Bartz and Ferris, who are the characters that are with you for almost the entire game, are the most commonly used solo characters in this variant. Every class is for the most part possible. Keep in mind I said for the most part. It doesn't always mean that they're going to be fun. For instance, if you want to catch up on your Netflix queue or just hate yourself, try the Berserker SSCC. The sandworm fight is more miserable than anything you can hope to experience. You know what drives me crazy? When your character gets nuked from orbit by God himself, dies, and then gets back up as if nothing ever happened. I want consequences in my video games. Welcome to the Fragile Crystal variant. This challenge adds a type of permadeath to your run. If a character dies in battle, the job they had equipped on their death is no longer available for the rest of the game. Are you out of jobs? Then I certainly hope you can beat the game with everyone as a freelancer. Now, mistakes are not able to be fixed by going to the inn or using a Phoenix down. You got randomly killed while you've got the Samurai job equipped? Goodbye, Mr. Bushido. The second boss one-shots your white mage? Hope you can beat the game without white magic. As a fan of roguelikes and nuzlocks, I love doing a run with this challenge. It added tension and excitement to the run without limiting you to a couple classes, and also gives you actual consequences for your mistakes. Credit goes to the website Retro Bravery, where I found this challenge and a lot of other retro RPG challenge run ideas. Finally, a little chaos is good for everyone. Say hello to Class Chaos, where we embrace pure randomness to determine our team. After every boss fight, you randomize the available jobs to determine what 4 jobs you have to use until you down the next boss. That means every segment of the game gives you a fresh team to tackle and figure out the best ways to progress. With just your jobs getting randomized every boss, that means you are still able to use abilities, just like the other challenges. When I tried this challenge out for the first time, one of the big issues for me was equipment management. I had some situations where I did not have enough armor for the right jobs, when everyone got switched to being all cloth wearers, or not having enough decent weapons for certain combinations. Most of the time it was not a big deal since you can go shopping for what you needed. Thankfully, FF5 did not have too many spots where you had to go through multiple bosses without stopping to shop or heal. Overall, the challenge is a ton of fun, but can get frustrating if you get bad job rolls early on. These 5 challenge variants can give some variety if you've played this game extensively over the years, like myself and many others have. Do you have any other challenge run ideas for Final Fantasy V not listed here? Let me know in the comments. Thank you, have a great day.